Imagine an army equipped with machine guns, trained soldiers, military vehicles, and thousands of rounds of ammunition. Now imagine that this powerful army was sent to fight an enemy with no weapons, no military training, and no ability to speak. It sounds like fiction, but it really happened. In 1932, Australia launched one of the strangest military operations in history. It would later become known as the Great Emu War. To understand this incredible story, we need to go back to the years after World War I. After the war, the Australian government gave farmland to thousands of returning soldiers. The goal was simple: help veterans build a new life by becoming wheat farmers in Western Australia. At first, everything looked promising. The land was fertile, the crops were growing, and the farmers were hopeful. But nature had other plans. Every year, nearly 20,000 emus migrated through the farming region after the breeding season. Emus are among the largest birds in the world. Although they cannot fly, they can grow almost 6 feet tall and run at speeds of nearly 50 kilometers per hour. As the birds crossed the farmland, they crushed wheat fields, destroyed crops, and broke fences. The damaged fences also allowed rabbits to enter the farms, causing even more destruction. For farmers already struggling during the Great Depression, the situation became a financial disaster. Desperate for help, they asked the Australian government to solve the problem. Instead of sending wildlife experts, the government made an unexpected decision. It sent the army. In November 1932, soldiers led by Major Meredith arrived with Lewis machine guns and thousands of rounds of ammunition. The mission sounded simple: locate the emus, fire the machine guns, protect the farms. But the soldiers quickly discovered that defeating the birds would be far more difficult than anyone had imagined. Whenever the soldiers moved closer, the emus split into small groups and scattered across the fields. Instead of becoming easy targets, they became almost impossible to track. Some observers even believed that a few birds acted like lookouts, warning the others whenever danger appeared. When the soldiers opened fire, the emus ran at incredible speed. Most bullets missed. Even birds that were hit often continued running. The army then mounted machine guns on moving trucks in an attempt to chase the birds across the countryside, but Australia's rough farmland made accurate shooting nearly impossible. The trucks bounced across the uneven ground while the emus easily outran them. Machine guns jammed. The soldiers became exhausted and frustrated. After firing thousands of rounds, only a small number of emus had been killed. The operation was becoming expensive, ineffective, and increasingly embarrassing. Soon, newspapers began reporting the strange story. People around the world laughed at the idea that a modern military force could not defeat a flock of birds. Some newspapers even joked that the emus had won the war. As public criticism grew, the Australian government finally ended the operation. The soldiers returned home. The emus remained. Although it was never officially called a defeat, history remembers the event as one of the greatest military embarrassments ever recorded. The story, however, did not end there. The birds continued damaging farmland for many years. Eventually, Australia abandoned military action and adopted practical solutions instead. Long protective fences were built around farms, and better wildlife management programs were introduced. These peaceful methods proved far more successful than machine guns. Today, the Great Emu War is remembered not because it changed the course of history, but because it teaches an unforgettable lesson. Nature cannot always be defeated by force. Sometimes understanding a problem is far more powerful than fighting it. So, did Australia really lose a war against birds? Officially, no. But in the eyes of history and in the imagination of millions of people around the world, the emus walked away as the unexpected winners.